Hey guys, what's up? So today I kind of wanted to reach out and make a different type of video. Um, kind of, in essence, reaching out and attempting to bring together the community. It's sort of like swimming in uncharted waters, per se. And I kind of believe that there's new motivation um, from the Bigfoot world and a lot of the creators that share content. And people that we all learn from, and everybody that shares to move in this new direction of positive communication and coming together, and so on and so forth. So what I did today is I went ahead and wrote a blog via WordPress, and I titled it Bigfoot: We Are Creators Coming Together as One. And I really believe we do need to come together. Everybody continues to stay on the same path of sharing their own work, and communication is a big thing, and it's really lacking. So per se, a lot of us need to bury the hatchet, which myself and I know others are willing to do, to move into this positive direction to solve. Let's call it the mystery of Bigfoot. It's all for a common good, a common goal. And I feel that there are many words that a lot of us envy, such as sincerity, trust, discipline, loyalty, longevity, and especially communication. And I really think that we can achieve this by coming together, acting as one. Some of the problems have become where there are rifts and divides, not only between the different types of Bigfooting aspects, such as flesh and blood or paranormal, but sort of intermingled in these groups, to where if one person really does want to work with somebody and they're talking with another person, and that person may not agree or get along with the other person, what happens is nobody really wants to communicate because they feel that they might lose somebody else's friendship. So what I believe is we really need to come together on this, put our own perspectives, kind of set it aside, really take a hard look at ourselves, and actually stop talking about it and start reaching out. Once we realize that becoming one together will possibly help solve this, the better off we are. The way I perceive things, if we're all going to work toward one common goal, all of our goals and all of our insight has to flow together. What I kind of envision is a wholeness in a group. There are many of us creators out there that share our ideas, our concepts, our stories from the woods, our experiences, and as a viewer, you like to see that. You like to see how we grow and what we learn. So really what I have envisioned is something for the people and for the common good of ourselves. It would be really great to have a podcast where the top 5 content sharers out there that you really like are all in one group. So let's say I'm just gonna put this out there: Colorado Sasquatch, Mark, Utah Sasquatch, Nathan, and people like Michael Merchant and a few other people like that, to really get on board and shape this whole reality that we need to change. And what I would like to envision is to have our fan base and our viewers and people out there to be able to watch a weekly or bi-weekly podcast of all of us together, sharing our input, sharing our ideas, or live where you can interact and ask us questions and help better our research. And ultimately what we can do is, share what has happened to us weekly. So I really envision this shift, and I think it could change a lot of minds this way, where everybody comes together as one. I believe a lot of people would really like to watch that as a podcast weekly or bi-weekly, just to be able to communicate with us, and let us share amongst each other, even with a greater capacity. And, in life, I really understand a lot of us have had our own problems and challenges and our own mountains to get over. But we need to, take the building blocks that we were given and form something. We need to be able to trust each other. We need to understand where we want to go with this. It seems a lot of the ridicule that happens is from people not understanding and not getting in the woods and so on. But even if they can engage on a better platform, it may be able to change more concepts of people's opinions. As I stated, many people have talked for many years about trying to better a community, but if we don't become one, a lot of people have their own accounts and so many different YouTube channels. And wouldn't it be great if there was just one where the multitude or the vast majority of us could come together and share our content? I think that would be great, especially for the viewer who doesn't have to travel, 10 different places to get the content. And this becomes, sort of like our discipline. We're disciplined as it is, getting into the woods, doing a lot of things, sharing content. It does take so much, guys. People really don't understand what it takes to make a decent video for you guys to watch and understand. But at the same time, we're all independently doing this, which has worked, for the last 10 or 15 years. But now we need to broaden our horizon and change the way we actually look at everything. I always tell people I wish it was as easy as hitting a button, but it's not. So, half the time we're all on our different schedules and it's a rat race, but it seems like it's time to put aside, any of the greed or the hard feelings or anything there may be from the past. And if we have this goal or this outline, imagine how much farther we could be. You have your favorite people that you follow and you listen to what they have to say, and I have my following and others have their following. I could just imagine if we were able to come together and do a podcast, weekly or bi-weekly, with some really great content, all 5, 6, 7 of us that, share good content online, in this podcast. I can just envision it, so we're able to share, hey, I did this week, or this is what happened to me. What do you think? So, as we're engaging each other and learning from each other and trying to crack this puzzle, let's say, we could have the viewers down below not only retaining and learning from us on a closer basis, but it would be, live or certain things like that. Every podcast wouldn't have to be live, but most of the time when you do a podcast, you have your people that follow, and down below they comment and so on and so forth. It becomes interactive, and that's kind of really what we need as a routine. Let's face it, if you're trying to change a culture, the best way to do it is interaction. And from home or from the woods, we can't always get people to do that, but that would be one way to start. To really come together, I feel that one YouTube channel, one Patreon account, one blog, one this, one that, of multiple people coming together would really be great, where each person would have a certain duty to fulfill, which keeps us, more disciplined. We want to keep doing this. It's the longevity in things, because a lot of times people get frustrated, and you see that they tend to give up, or there's the ridicule factor because they're on their own, and people do bash and say hurtful things. But maybe in a podcast of 5, 6, 7 different researchers, one would not be scared to exalt their views. They would not be scared to actually share, because they would have the backing of these other researchers coming together as a whole. I also believe that this word right here speaks volumes. And if us researchers, or us searchers, let's say, because not everybody's a researcher, because, they don't like to call themselves that, but we're all learning. So if we could come together, bridge the gap, be loyal to each other, work together, break down the divide. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks of anyone else. If we all have a common goal, this is what scientists do. It doesn't matter what part of the world they're from, but if there's a common objective, they come together to work toward that. And as a group, they tend to grow. And maybe they see the better side of people by being able to work with them. And to me, this species, this creature, this being, is something special. We really have to realize how lucky we are to be able to see what's in front of us. And a lot of us can get lucky. A lot of us, we learn from them. They're the ultimate teacher. We've all taken it in different ways, and we've all interpreted things differently. So if we really want to shift everything to this oneness, is what I call it, we have to understand that everything with them is one also. They're in tune with the earth. They're in tune with maybe the paranormal. They're in tune with the energy, like the ancient people used to be in tune with the sun, and they had a equal plane oneness. But a lot of times we let ourselves get in the way of achieving that goal. So I believe we have to break down these walls, and I'm trying to reach out to all these fellow researchers that I mentioned, Snowwalker Prime, Michael Merchant, Utah Sasquatch, Christopher Noel, Colorado Sasquatch, just to name a few. I recently had a really deep intellectual conversation with a person. He goes by Sasquatch Omega. I had watched one of his videos. He's very insightful. I learned a lot of things that are positive. He's learning just like we are. But we really have to collaborate to crack this mystery, guys. So I would like your input down below. Let me know what you believe in, how you feel. Do you think that we would benefit from coming together, doing this podcast, so we could share with our viewers and interact? I think it's a great thing. If there's sincerity there, and we can break down these walls, and I really would like to start sharing it, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reach out to all these researchers. I want to fulfill this not just for you, but for ourselves and my group also. I never dreamed that I would be doing Western New York Bigfoot, or having the Western New York Bigfoot Association. It's changed me. A lot of things in my mind that I've learned about Sasquatch, they're real. They are out there, and I believe if we can come together, and I'm going to make every attempt that I can to be able to do this. And I just think we all have vast knowledge that if we're really able to share with one another, not just behind the scenes, but out in public, with the people watching, to get open, honest reactions, this would be great for us. Maybe the puzzle pieces, the light bulbs will start turning on. And as I say, little by little, I believe that we really can come together, sort of like in an attempt to, change the thinking, change the way we approach everything. The content that we share is vast. There's so many experiences. If we just start to, in a way, indulge our curiosities and really see what others have to offer, we may, in a way, be able to expand our knowledge, and really, put this thing together and get some recognition for not only what we do and what we've brought forward, but to change a lot of minds. So, as Einstein said, we cannot solve our problems with the same level of thinking that created them. I mean, in all reality, I guess it's tempting, per se, if the only tool you were to have is a hammer and you treat everything as a nail, right? So I get it, but change is inevitable. I mean, maybe us searchers can actually hold our own conference at some point in time to be able to, share what we've gathered. You don't know. There's so much change that needs to take place. We need to start somewhere, and that time is now to actually open up, start sharing, and do what we need to do. And so, guys, I just want you to know I'm on board with this. I hope to reach out to these people. Hopefully they understand. Hopefully they want to build a better future for Bigfooting and for ourselves, and to actually share our content, come together for everybody. So don't forget to like, sub, share. I appreciate everything you do, guys. I'll put a few links down in the box. And let me know what you think. Thanks.